Yes, sir.
I call the Prince William-Manassas Regional Jailboard meeting to order. Good evening, good evening. Good to see everyone. Tyson, call the roll, please.
Yes, sir. Reverend Bailey?
Here.
Captain Barahona?
Here.
Miss Clymer?
Here.
Miss Guzman is not here. Sheriff Hill?
Here.
Mr. Kostelecki?
Here.
Miss Lennox is not here. Chief Newsham?
Here.
Miss Swartz?
Here.
Miss Thomas is not here. Mr. Torres?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, thank you. Do we have any public comments to be distributed?
No comments were received.
All right, thank you so much. Could I get a motion to approve the agenda for January 21st, tonight?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
To approve the minutes of the regular meeting that was held on November 19th, 2025. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much. Superintendent,
I have an abstention on that one. I wasn't here.
you was not here? All right.
Oh, there we
All right, please note that, please.
Sorry?
Abstention.
Okay.
Who are not here.
Okay.
All right, Superintendent?
Sir, thank you so much. I'd like to announce a couple of promotions. Mr. Saeed Nakvi, he's our new captain of Director of Classification and Treatment. And then Captain Dickinson was promoted to Major. He's now the Director of Support Services.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I will say with Nakvi, he spearheaded a lot of the recruitment efforts for us. He managed, he's the one that went to the Walmarts, the Home Depots, and the Giants, and talked to the managers to allow us to have some storefront to recruit folks. He worked in the Spotsylvania Mall for 4 months and gave up almost every weekend away from his family during the summertime to help get people in the door. So he did a great job. So a lot of the effort you see has came from him. So thank you for the work that you did. If you turn to page 9 of the report. The operational capacity is still 871. The management capacity is 1320. The average daily population for the past 6 months is 520. The average daily population for the past 12 months is 527. If you go to the bottom and transfer to the state system, November was 4, December was 8 commitments. November was 555, December was 543. Releases, November was 536, December was 541. Process only but not committed, November was 48, December was 36. If you go to page 10, the average daily population for November was 518, and the high count was November 3rd at 543. Page 11. The average daily population for October was 523, and the high count was on December 13th at 538. And if we go to page 13 to our objectives, we continue to advertise on the following platforms. As you know, we've been successful over the last several months of recruiting folks. As of right now, I don't have any jail officer vacancies to hire anybody. I am working with the county to underfill some master jail officer spots. I think they're going to have a process where we can do that so I can solve all vacancies. That would be the regular JOs, jail officers, and the MJOs until we be able to fulfill those master jail officers. There is a requirement, you have to be here 3 years and you have to do some testing to get those positions. But as of right now, a lot of our staff is new. We don't have a lot of folks to fill those master jail officers. So I want to be able to fill those vacancies and kind of move forward. We have 0 vacancies. So I'm waiting for HR from the county to get back with me. Hopefully sometime this week. They are hopeful that we can do that. Objective number 2, we had 1 unfounded sexual assault and 1 unfounded sexual harassment. We are having our PREA audit, which is done every 3 years, in March of this year. So we expect it hopefully to do well on that. Objective number 3, Basic Jail Officer Academy, we had 41 staff. TASER certification, we had 65. And cyber security is a mandated training through the county. We had 328 staff to complete that. Personally, I went to a new chiefs training with DCJS down at State Police last year, and then I just completed the CIT training course 2 weeks ago. So I'm still pushing myself to make sure that I learn more. The lobby project, you can see it looks almost complete. It's very nice. We just got to do some small punch-out stuff, and hopefully we have the final inspection here shortly. Objective number 5, we since 1921 we have gave out 883 boxes of Narcan. We currently have 76 inmates on a Medicaid assistant treatment program. Lastly, we had our own chaplain, Bray Perez. The Human Rights Commission awarded him, or gave him a award this past Saturday for the work he's done with our inmates inside the jail. He's an outstanding person that has done a lot for this community and for the inmates that's incarcerated here. Mr. Torres, if you want to say something on that, you can.
Sure, for a second. Chaplain Raymond Perez has been here since 2006. He's now 2026.
20 years.
Was awarded a Human Rights Award for the year 2025 for his trajectory and work with on behalf of the human rights of the people that usually are, people that are not well liked except for their own relatives and families. In terms of society, inmates are not the preferred people to invest in their jails in general. So he, as a single person, with the help of the staff and with the help of volunteers, have had a labor of love here for 20 years. And for all that effort and for all that he has done for the inmates that usually are in desperate positions when they come here, and they feel isolated and they feel alone and outside the society, he has done wonderful. He has done, I'm not going to pray here, but he has done, as he says, the word of God in the jail. So for all of that, he was awarded a Human Rights Award for the year 2025, which was given to him last Saturday. And we're very proud of it, not only on my hat as a Jailboard member, but also from my hat as Human Rights Executive Director, because he embodies what human rights is all about, and what can you do for others. So it's great for him, it's great for this organization to have him and to help him.
Well, thank you for that. Yes, and wrap it up. We have a academy graduation on March 27th. We started with 30 in this academy. We're down to 28. My understanding, these 28 are pretty good, doing really well. So hopefully we can graduate with 28. So you definitely are welcome to attend. If we finish with 28, this will be the largest academy class in terms of graduates. The one before that was 24. So we also have a golf tournament. I know Ashley will be sending something out to everybody. It's going to be June 8th. So please put on your calendars. If you got family members and friends who like to attend, the funds and the proceeds goes to the Employee Association, so we can do things throughout the year for the employees. And sir, that's all I have.
Thank you, Superintendent. Any questions for the Superintendent?
I have a question. Is having underfills for the master jail officer positions, do you anticipate that being, do your internal officers get those promotions more often than you bring them in from the outside? Is it an incentive to people to stay given the possibility of promotion?
It's a promotion, it's like a FTO type of position.
Yeah.
Where we train staff. So it is internally only. But what happens is the county runs a report August 1st, and it affects the budget. So they not filled, then I lose that percent, I can lose that money.
Yeah.
So when we calculate it, if I have, right now I have 14 positions that's underfilled. So if they allow me to do the regular 7 or 8 left, then I would have 21. We talking about, I think we calculated maybe $80,000-$90,000 I would lose. But the county's gonna allow us to, once I find an MJO, I can just replace that person in that PCN, and that'd be a problem. So I would, if come August 1st I don't fill them back, I would lose about $80,000-$90,000,
Okay.
which is a small scale on
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So it's best to go ahead and fill them, and then when I have the staff to promote people to the MJO, then we can just do it
Yeah.
as needed.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also really appreciate you doing the CIT training. I think that when the guys at the top take that training, it incentivizes, because you want people to do CIT because they want to do it, not because you're mandating it. And I think you doing it kind of leads the way, and I think it's really important. So thank you for doing that.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah. That's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Not a question, more of a comment. I had the privilege of attending one of the correctional graduations, and I've seen all the work that has been put into recruitment and retention. I just want to say excellent job, congratulations. You guys are doing an excellent job all the way around, and of course, at your leadership, sir.
Appreciate it, Captain.
Any other questions for the superintendent? All right, thank you. Counselor, anything for us?
I don't have anything for you at this point, although I am monitoring the legislation that's coming out of Richmond, and I'll update the board if there's anything that ends up passing or is on the brink of passing that will affect directly the jail. So I don't have anything at this point to report.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is there anything on the litigation, petty litigation that we've had?
Is there anything on the pending litigation that we've had? The pending litigation that you've had in the past have been resolved.
So there's no pending litigation with that, for the board itself, where the board will be involved.
There is a suit that's been filed and served. It doesn't name the board directly. It's against employees of the jail. That was just served last Friday. It's not, I think Ms. Pandak has briefed the board on that suit. It just hadn't been served.
There was a suit where the board was taken out,
Yes.
and but the suit continued. There's no other one pending that involves the board, where the board are the defendants on right now, that you know.
At this time, that's correct, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
This particular incident happened about 19 months ago. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because it almost, I think March was the 2-year deadline, so actually that's more than 19 months, so yeah. 20
Yeah, if it, we can go into closed session at the time where, if I think it's necessary to brief you on that, but at this point, I don't need to unless you have questions specifically you want to ask me.
Not of that suit. The only question that I have is if we are responsible or still in any of those suits. I don't want to get into the details of it, just to know if we are like free, or we're still in litigation somewhere.
No, the 2 suits that you were in have been resolved. I'm not aware of any appeals.
Okay. That's all.
All right, thank you. Any other questions for the superintendent? For the attorney? Yes, ma'am.
I have one question for the superintendent. Is Ms. Click's position being advertised?
Yes.
Okay.
We had some interviews with the HR department, and one of the some county employee, one of the managers to screen it. I'm doing seconds this Friday, just in preparation. Ms. Click, she's kind of grieved it, and we're going through the panel process. So I can't fill that role until that process has been, entirely complete at this time.
All right. Superintendent, we're gonna do the budget update.
Major Dickens.
All right.
Nathan?
All right. Good evening, everyone. Hope we're preparing for this winter storm coming up. I know the ADC, we are definitely ready for it. So flipping ahead to page 26, that begins our finance update. Under the revenue section, really no new business. The third bullet under revenue, the city of Manassas continues to kind of utilize less of our facility than what they had projected. They had projected out an 11.2% utilization rate. That actual is closer to about 9.5%. So we fully expect next year when we true that account up to have a refund coming back to the city of Manassas. We're currently in the early stages processing a refund for fiscal year 25 going back to the city. Under expenditures, the second bullet, currently we're about 50% of the way done with this fiscal year, and we've spent 57.1% of our total budget. So we're definitely on pace to fall within budget expectations. Turning the page. As historically, our federal government agencies, we still are holding very few inmates. That has made up a total of this fiscal year $4,316.13 of the budget. Going down to the fiscal year 2027 budget, looking ahead, our safe and secure quadrant budget discussion. Superintendent participated with that on November 19th. That was a presentation to the county executive's office. We're currently awaiting FY27 budget calendar timeline as well. Going to page 28, looking at our commissary. You see we are still funding kind of a holistic approach, mind, body, and soul, with some of our programs. The one budget item that fell within our disclosure, we spent $2,644 replacing some inmate TVs in November and December. That was 12 TVs specifically. Going on to page 29. We see that commissary cash balance has been reconciled. It's staying pretty consistent at that $1.9 million mark. The end of December, $1,978,971. And then our inmate trust account ended the year with just over $92,000. And then we're going ahead to page 32. That's the final. That's kind of what we're on projection to return to the city of Manassas due to that lower utilization rate. Right now we're projecting just over $569,000. So that is my presentation. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Okay, so one question, you'll be submitting the comp board budget request?
That has been submitted, yes.
Submitted already?
Mhm.
Any questions for the budget? Jailboard members' comment. I'm gonna start with you, Reverend Bailey, come around.
All right. Happy New Year to everyone who I haven't seen. I just want to say congratulations to those who have been promoted and have new assignments. Continue to do the great work that you've been doing. That's all I have.
Thank you. Next.
I don't have any comments. Congratulations. Congratulations, you guys. Also, that's fantastic. You guys have done great work, and it's good to see you recognized for the great work. I also wanted to say that as a regular user of the jail, from the outside, the renovation has been really great. I mean, it feels user-friendly. We can get in and out easily. I feel like today when I was in contact visiting, it was 9 out of 10 people were public defenders. So we are your regular consumers coming in and out of the jail, and that renovation has made a difference. It feels much more seamless, to be honest, getting in and out, which is weird because it's not all that different. But it's moving well. Like our ability to get in and out and see our clients is good, and so we appreciate that the renovation was obviously undertaken with, partially at least, with us in mind, with the consumers of what you guys do here of mine, so we appreciate that. I also really wanted to, without going into a ton of details, just appreciate Superintendent West for being incredibly responsive to an issue that I raised at our CCJB meeting. And I got that email that you sent me today saying we've looked into it and we can now start providing, it had to do with provision of clothing to women when they come into the jail. And it was raised to me as a potential issue. I recognize that I thought it was too. I just mentioned it in passing at the CCJB meeting, and here we are a week and a half later, problem solved. Thank you. Really appreciate how responsive you've been to this, to me raising an issue and then just responding to it. Yeah.
Well, as someone who only comes here for the board meetings, I appreciate hearing what Ms. Lennox has shared about how smoothly things are running and the responsiveness of the leadership here, and just congratulations to the two of you on your promotions. They sound very well deserved.
Happy New Year. Haven't been here since I wasn't here in November, so it's a long time. To all of you, and my comments today already made them about Chaplain Perez. So pass to that.
Yeah, the only comment I would make is that the renovation looks very nice. I've been a consumer like Ms. Lennox since 1994, and she remembers what it looked like back then.
Yeah.
And this is just such a dramatic improvement. It really looks sharp. Well done.
Captain?
Excellent, yeah. So, I'm not Chief Keen, as you may have noticed. But it's great to see familiar faces, and I'm going to echo the promotions and the excellent job at the with the construction project. Congratulations to those promoted. Nothing further, sir.
Chief?
Yeah, when you go last, you got to kind of repeat what everyone says. But to the chaplain, he is an impressive person, and the way that you described it, Raul, really kind of encapsulates the work that he does here for folks, a lot of people in need, and he bends over backwards for them. And then to your two promotees, great work. I know what it's like sometimes to have to work on the weekends, and you have to sacrifice family events for that. But it was for an important cause because the staffing here is turned around pretty dramatically. So congratulations to both promotees and to the colonel for doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to commend the superintendent for, you made the promise when we hired you that your first priority would be to fill those vacant positions. And congratulations on keeping your promise. Of course, congratulations to all the promoters. Thank you, thank you. And I know the staff is very important to you, to have good people around you, to help you make the decisions about the facility. So thank you. Chaplain Perez, and I think the staff would probably agree with me. He does a lot more than just the inmates here too. I know he does a lot to the staff too, because those of us that work in jails, we also need some spiritual guidance sometimes as well. So he does a good job not only with the inmates but for the staff as well. So when I see him, I'll talk to him about it. All right, good. Thank you. Any other comments from staff?
Mr. Chair, I do have one quick item I want to address with the board in closed session. The two lawsuits that you guys had been dealing with are gone. There was a recent one that does name the jail board. It's covered with an insurance, and I normally wouldn't mention it, but I will in light of Mr. Torres's comments just address that
So
to
you
you.
want us to go in closed session?
So I would ask the board to entertain a motion to go into
Could I get a
closed.
motion, please, to go into closed session to consult with counsel on some legal issues?
It's, yes, Mr. Chair, just to articulate, that's pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A 6 of the, no, A, 7 regarding specific litigation involving the jail. A7.
Chief, you want to make that motion?
I do.
All right, sir.
So moved.
Can I get a second? Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we'll go into executive session.
Recording is live.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I would ask the board to consider a motion to return to open session and certify by roll call vote that only the matter identified in the motion to convene in closed session and lawfully permitted to be discussed under the Virginia Freedom of Information Act was heard, discussed, or considered.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
No,
Thank Ms.
no, we have to call the roll.
Yeah, Ms. Jensen, would you please call the roll so that members may certify?
Reverend Bailey?
Yes.
Captain Barahona?
Yes.
Ms. Clymer?
Yes.
Sheriff Hill?
Yes.
Mr. Costelecki?
Yes.
Ms. Lennox?
Yes.
Chief Newsham?
Yes.
Ms. Swartz?
Yes.
Mr. Torres?
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Could I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much. And we got some inclement weather coming, so
Ugh.
be careful.
Yeah.